Ever wonder why your cat suddenly bites you? You might be missing some crucial warnings. Cats communicate differently than we do, and understanding their language is key to a harmonious relationship. We often misinterpret their subtle cues, leading to frustration, and you guessed it, bites. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of feline communication. We'll uncover 5 warning signs your cat might be sending before they resort to biting. By recognizing these signs, you can de-escalate tense situations and keep those pearly whites safely tucked away. Remember, a bite is a last resort for a cat. They'd much rather communicate their discomfort or fear in other ways. So, let's learn to listen to our feline friends and avoid those painful misunderstandings. All right, folks, let's talk tails. You see your cat's tail gently swaying back and forth. That's one thing, but if that tail starts whipping back and forth like a metronome gone wild, that's a whole different story. That, my friends, is a cat on the verge. They're saying, "Back off, dude, I'm not digging this." It's like that feeling you get when someone's standing a little too close in your personal space. Now, every cat is different. Some have a hair trigger tail, others not so much. But a flicking tail is always a yellow light. It's your cue to chill out, give them some space, and figure out what's got their whiskers in a twist. Maybe they're overstimulated from petting, or maybe they're just not feeling social. And whatever it is, respect the tail, people. It's their way of saying, "Not cool, man, not cool." Now, let's talk about those adorable little earsies. When your cat is feeling relaxed and loved, those ears are perky and upright, like furry little satellites pointed towards the heavens. But when those ears start to flatten, rotating backwards like a plane preparing for landing, Houston, we have a problem. That, my friends, is a cat on high alert. They're feeling threatened, scared, or just plain pissed off. It's their way of saying, "I'm not messing around here. One more step and you'll regret it." Now, I'm not saying you need to run for the hills the second you see those ears flatten, but you do need to back off. Give them space and figure out what's got them feeling so defensive. Remember, a cat with flattened ears is a cat who's not afraid to use their claws and teeth. So be respectful, be observant, and most importantly, be cool. All right, let's talk about those peepers. Cats have some of the most fascinating eyes in the animal kingdom, don't they? Their eyes are not just beautiful, but also incredibly expressive. Those mesmerizing, mysterious feline eyes. They can tell you so much about what your cat is feeling, if you know how to read them. You know how sometimes they're like little slits, and other times they're wide and dilated, like pools of liquid gold. This isn't just a random occurrence. There's a lot going on behind those changes. Well, those pupils aren't just changing size for the fun of it. They're actually responding to various stimuli in the environment, and they can give you clues about your cat's mood and intentions. They're reflecting your cat's internal state, their emotional barometer. Just like how our eyes can show excitement, fear, or even sadness, a cat's eyes do the same. When those pupils are dilated, it means one of two things. Either your cat is super excited, like when they're about to pounce on a toy, or they're highly stimulated by something in their environment. Or, on the flip side, they could be scared out of their wits. Fear and excitement can sometimes look very similar in cats, especially when it comes to their eyes. Now, here's the tricky part. Both excitement and fear can lead to biting. It's important to understand the context to know what your cat is really feeling. An overstimulated cat might accidentally nip you in their frenzy, thinking they're still playing with a toy. This is usually harmless, but can be surprising if you're not expecting it, while a terrified cat might lash out defensively. This kind of biting is more serious and can be a sign that your cat feels threatened or cornered. So how do you tell the difference? Context is key. Look at the overall situation and other signs your cat is giving you. Look at their body language, their environment. Are they in a familiar, safe space? Or are they in a new, potentially scary situation? Are they crouched and tense, trying to make themselves as small as possible to avoid detection? Or are they bouncing around like a furry pinball full of energy and excitement? These behaviors can help you understand what those eyes are really saying. Pay attention to those pupils. They're windows to your cat's soul. By learning to read them, you can better understand and respond to your cat's needs and emotions. Now, let's talk about those vocal cords. Cats have a fascinating way of communicating, and their vocal cords play a crucial role in this. Unlike humans who use a wide range of sounds to express themselves, cats are more selective. They save their vocalizations for moments that truly matter to them. Cats aren't exactly known for being chatty Cathies, but when they do use their voice, you better listen up. Each sound they make carries a specific meaning, whether it's a soft purr, a demanding meow, or a warning growl. Understanding these sounds can help you better connect with your feline friend. And I'm not talking about those cute little meows they use to beg for treats. Those are just the tip of the iceberg. Cats have a whole repertoire of sounds that they use to communicate with us and with other animals. Each sound is a piece of the puzzle that makes up their complex language. I'm talking about that low, guttural growl that rumbles up from the depths of their being. This growl is not just a random noise, it's a clear signal that something is wrong. It's their way of saying, "I'm not comfortable with this situation and I need you to back off." That, my friends, is the feline equivalent of a siren blaring. It's a warning that should not be ignored. When a cat growls, it's a sign that they are feeling threatened or scared. Ignoring this warning can lead to more aggressive behavior, such as hissing or even biting. It's their way of saying, "I'm not happy about this." Cats are very clear in their communication, and a growl is one of the most straightforward ways they have to express their displeasure. It's important to pay attention to these signals to avoid escalating the situation. In fact, I'm downright angry. When a cat reaches this level of vocalization, it's a clear indication that they are feeling cornered or threatened. This is not the time to try to pet them or calm them down with physical contact. Instead, give them space and time to cool off. Back off before I do something we both regret. Cats are generally peaceful creatures, but when pushed to their limits, they will defend themselves. Understanding this can help prevent unnecessary conflicts and ensure a harmonious relationship with your pet. Ignoring a growl is like ignoring a stop sign. It's a clear and unambiguous signal that should not be overlooked. Just as you wouldn't run a stop sign while driving, you shouldn't ignore a growling cat. Doing so can lead to serious consequences. You might get away with it once or twice, but eventually you're going to get burned. Cats have a low tolerance for repeated offenses, and if you keep ignoring their warnings, they will take action. This could mean a scratch, the bite, or even a full-on attack. So what do you do when your cat starts channeling their inner lion? The first step is to recognize the signs and understand that your cat is feeling threatened. This is not the time to try to assert dominance or discipline them. Instead, focus on de-escalating the situation. First, stop whatever you're doing that's causing the growl. Then, give them space. Cats need to feel safe and secure in their environment, and sometimes that means being left alone for a while. Respect their need for space and allow them to come to you when they're ready. Let them calm down and de-escalate the situation. Once your cat feels safe again, they will likely return to their normal, affectionate self. Patience is key in these situations, and understanding your cat's needs will go a long way in maintaining a peaceful household. Remember, a growl is a warning. It's a sign that your cat is feeling threatened and needs space. Ignoring this warning can lead to more serious issues, so always take it seriously. Don't wait for the bite to happen before you take action. By understanding and respecting your cat's vocalizations, you can prevent conflicts and ensure a happy, healthy relationship with your feline friend. All right, we've talked about tails, ears, pupils, and growls. These are all important indicators of a cat's mood and intentions, but there's another often overlooked behavior that can tell you a lot about what your feline friend is thinking. Now, let's talk about one of the most subtle yet telling signs of all sudden freezing. This behavior can be a bit perplexing if you're not familiar with it. You know that moment when your cat is all riled up, ready to pounce on a toy, and then suddenly they just stop? It's like they're frozen in time, every muscle tensed, every sense heightened, like someone hit the pause button on their internal record player. This sudden stillness can be quite dramatic and is often a precursor to some kind of action. That's what I'm talking about. This behavior is a clear signal that your cat is hyper-focused on something, and it's crucial to understand what that something might be. That sudden stillness, that intense focus, it's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it can be quite natural for a cat to exhibit this behavior when they're hunting or playing. It could just mean they're laser-focused on their prey. This is a part of their natural hunting instinct, and it's fascinating to watch, but it could also be a sign that they're about to redirect their energy onto you. This is especially true if they feel threatened or overstimulated, especially if they're feeling trapped or overstimulated. In such cases, their sudden stillness is a way of gathering themselves before they decide on their next move. So, what do you do if your cat suddenly freezes? The key is to remain calm and avoid any sudden movements that might startle them further. First, don't make any sudden movements. Sudden actions can be perceived as threats, and you don't want to escalate the situation. Don't try to pet them or pick them up. This can make them feel even more cornered and could lead to an aggressive response. Just give them space and let them come out of it on their own terms. Cats are very good at self-regulating, and they'll move when they're ready. Remember, a frozen cat is a cat with a lot of pent-up energy. This energy needs to be released in a way that's safe for both you and your cat, and that energy needs to go somewhere. Providing them with a toy or a scratching post can help redirect that energy in a positive way. Make sure it doesn't go into your hand. Understanding these subtle cues can help you create a more harmonious relationship with your feline friend. So there you have it, folks. 5 warning signs your cat might be sending before they resort to biting. Remember, cats are masters of non-verbal communication. They're constantly sending us signals with their bodies and their behavior. It's up to us to learn how to read those signals and respond accordingly. By understanding what your cat is trying to tell you, you can avoid misunderstandings, build a stronger bond, and most importantly, keep those fingers scratch-free. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share your cat stories with us in the comments below.